welcome back to Let's Play Shadow Hearts. Last time, we finished up our business in Kowloon. This time, we've made it to the pit fights, and I would like to do those. So let's get all set up. It costs us 300 to participate, and that is fine by me. Now, you can use anyone you want to compete in these tournaments, but there's a special reward that only Yuri gets. Everyone gets the same reward if you manage to defeat all 10 encounters in here in a row without being able to go into your menu in between and heal. Everyone gets the same prize. Yuri gets an additional prize in addition to that same prize. So we're going to use Yuri for this. It's the only real reason, and he's the only one really powerful enough to do this at this point in the game anyway. The order in the enemies you fight is randomized every time you do this. So we have frog gods here, and do I have the right fusion setup? I do. Perfect. Let's see here. Frog gods have 40 HP, and they are light based, so we're going to go Death Emperor. Does this target everybody? No, it doesn't. Okay. I'm thinking later in the game. So we'll just use normal attacks. That's fine. I wanted to set this up. Yeah, they're going to fall down easy. These guys are from a long time ago. We just want to fuse into something because it means we'll take less damage. The less time we have to heal, the better. A lot of the enemies we're going to fight in here are from previous areas, and they're going to be quite weak compared to what we have. Or compared to, how powerful we are now. I think, level 20, level 21. Let's see here. Oh, I just turned level 21. Perfect. That'll make things easier. Challenge the next one. Just make sure you don't hit down. I did this once during my test run where I hit down, I think, somehow, and I fought like 3 or 4 in a row, and all of a sudden it was over. I was like, wait, what? I was so confused. Oh, a wind shear. Those are the enemies from the beginning of the game. They've got 10 HP. No. Custom wind shear. For some reason, they thought to make the special enemies that you can only encounter in these tournaments look like the first enemy we fight in the game. Custom wind shear has 500 HP and is water elemental. These guys are the most powerful enemies you will fight in here. This particular one can inflict Tight Ring on us, so we want to be prepared for that. Let's see, your attacks before I fuse here. Just use this Tight Ring, so I'm not worried about you doing a water attack and doing a lot of damage, so I'm going to become Inferno. So my normal attacks do a little more damage to you. And see if we can take you down. Now I'm actually going to try for perfects. So about 140. Yeah, you can see, these aren't easy fights. Definitely not easy fights. Oh, that's bad. I thought I was too late on the first one and it screwed me up. So Tight Ring, that's okay. That's not going to do too much damage to me, and I'm protected against it because of the Pocket Watch. In between episodes, I also bought like 20 more Theraseeds. Normally, I don't buy that many, but I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't going to be a problem in this fight. So yeah, you got to be really careful with these guys. If they do their normal attacks, they're going to do a lot of damage to you, and I need to heal again. Almost, for a second I thought I missed that. I was like, no, dead already. I just started the episode. One other thing you could equip coming in here is the Voodoo Doll. That way you have a guaranteed, mulligan in case you screw up. That's up to you. I didn't use it in my test run, and I don't plan on using it, at least for this pit fight. It's not the only pit fight in the game. There is one much later on in the game. We'll go for it. And that one is a lot more difficult than this one. It's also much later in the game. But yeah, 1,500 experience. They give a decent amount of experience there, so... Alright. Bring on the next challenger. And what do we got this time? We've got the White Wolflings. They have 45 HP. I have the wrong walkthrough up there. So we're going to fuse with you. These guys aren't as far behind. Inferno's a good choice to fuse into because it's got, I think, one of the highest base physical defense amounts of any of your fusions. So yeah, the Wolflings, they can inflict a regular ring. They're water elemental, in case you were wondering about that. But we should be able to one-shot them pretty easily. I'm not too worried about them in general. One of the things that happens in these fights against some of the weaker enemies is you want to make sure that when there's one of them left alive, that you use that opportunity to heal up for the next fight in case it's a powerful enemy. So yeah, there's little bits of strategy that go into this. If you have Mind's Eye, it's the same strategy, just it's a little easier on you. So use a Theraseed here. Go. Get our HP back up to full. A regular ring won't hit me because pocket watches are great. That's why it's so important that you get it before coming here. Alright. I think there's more than 10 total enemies. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think... Actually, no, there's exactly 10. Oh well. You're going to fight all of the enemies I show off then. Bring it on! Alright, so these ones, no, they don't make you fight 2 of the ridiculously powerful ones. These are wind shears, basic ones I'm not even going to fuse. They have 10 HP, they're not going to hurt me. So yeah, don't worry about these ones at all. They're even too slow. One idea that might work for you if you're interested in doing it and you're good enough with your Judgment Ring is to use the speed, the flash badge when you're in here, because giving you that extra agility will make it a lot easier for you to get more turns on the enemy. And when you're fighting against having to heal, that could be an important thing. Here we have the Ogre Flames, which have 40 HP, and go Inferno. And what do they have? They can do nothing. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, there's not really much to a lot of the fights, but kind of the point is that I just want to, make a whole episode. We'll go through the whole tournament, beginning to end, no cutting, and we'll just finish it all off and be done with it. And they can use Fireball. Probably best to be Inferno in this fight because you have a better chance at taking less damage from that since it's fire versus fire. At least I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure, actually. Now, you don't want all the weak enemies to come at the start of the tournament. As you might guess, there are not just weak enemies. Not only are there wind shear enemies that are powerful, but we're going to see some other familiar faces here that aren't quite as much a pushover as these guys have been. The thing is, I think there's only 2 more really easy fights left. Which is unfortunate, but oh well, we'll make it work. Well, here we go. This is the Fire Elemental variant. This one, they call it P Wind Shear. Later, there's another enemy called P Wind Shear. This one is referred to as Prototype Wind Shear when you look it up in the information there. We're going to go and become Inferno, I believe, in this one. The one thing with this one is he can inflict silence. So if you're worried about that, that can happen. You know what? Yeah, we're going to go Inferno. That's fine. No biggie. And more normal attacks. He also has 500 HP, if I didn't mention that. And his normal attacks aren't nearly as deadly as the custom. But he can do more damage than that, I think. And Flaming Arm of Death, yeah, this inflicts silence. So this will probably hit me, but I'm not worried about it. How much damage does that do? Nothing. Oh, no, it does do damage. There we go. This is why I recommended having enough Thera Seeds to get through. I probably overkilled it by buying 20 more. My notes, I had recommended only buying up to 20, but I figured, we'll go one step beyond just in case. One of the other things you want to kind of be prepared for is never go into the next fight with a really low amount of HP. It's basically, you'll end up in a lot more trouble that way than you would be otherwise. So that's not super low, but hopefully that'll do. I think I'll deal enough damage here to finish him off. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So I'm above 200. That's the ideal way of going into the next battle. So that's good. Hopefully we fight one of the more difficult guys this time. Well, previous boss fight, that works. Now, Fusion Inferno. Now, the Kappa guys have as much HP as they did before, which I believe is 100. So there's that. The Water Tiger in the middle, I think he has 155 HP in this variant. We'll find out shortly here. But I should be able to one-shot each of these guys. Well, one turn anyway, even if it's not one attack. With Mind's Eye, it would be one attack. So yeah, you can do knockback. Hopefully you don't get another chance of doing that. I want to take care of the guys on the side because they can... they unfortunately can heal. So yeah, make sure you get rid of the healing guys first. You definitely don't want to deal damage and then have it be healed. Yeah, we see some more bosses, it seems. I think that was about 150, so either he's got 1 HP left, or the info I had was wrong. The info I had was wrong. Okay, so he probably has 380, which was the original amount of HP that he had. Oopsies! Which is probably about how much I did there. So that's fine. Alright. And we got 3 more left? What do we got here? Ah, Beast Dog. We haven't seen you in a while. 480 HP. This guy, can you do anything particularly scary? No, you can't. Fusion nonetheless. It reduces the amount of damage we take, especially with Inferno. It has the highest base defense. You could use the Earth Elemental one too. That one has almost the same amount. But oops, it's kind of weird. The Earth Elemental one has a higher physical attack and can use the ability to increase your defense. And the Fire one has the ability to increase your offense, but has higher defense. It's only by 1 point over the other, but still kind of weird. But yeah, not too much to a lot of these fights. Wonder how many attacks you get off the Flash Badge. I considered using it in here, just like I considered using the Mind's Eye, but they're both unnecessary if you're properly prepared. So yeah, just kind of make sure. One other thing of note is you don't get any cash from the enemies in here, so Brigand Earrings don't help. So never bother to use them. I still have over 200 HP, so I'm not going to bother to heal. Yeah, paralysis protection is important. Not only can the frog gods use it on us, but another enemy that we'll probably end up fighting next has a chance of using it as well. Trial number 9. There are only 2 left. I know what one of the enemies is. That would be this guy. Yamaraja Earth. Yamaraja Earth is, let's see here, I didn't even write those. Okay, so you don't have to fight every enemy because I never wrote down the Yamarajas. Anyway, so yeah, Yamaraja Earth. Let's see. Is the water elemental one from Xiaoyang. So we don't even have to worry about this. It's an old boss, but it's not all that difficult. I don't have HP because I forgot to open that thing. Sphere of Earth. Pull that up. So Earth has 300 HP. So you're about to fall down. And then I'm pretty sure I know who the last one is. I'm hoping it's not that one. There are a couple other enemies. Like I haven't fought Hellcats, which have 45 HP. They're that first little sub-boss from Xiaoyang. So we could fight that in our last level here. Yeah, for sure. And that would be very anticlimactic. I'd like to show the one other enemy. And that was the one I kind of wanted to show, but kind of didn't. This is the most difficult enemy in here, Yamaraja Wind. The reason why, and Yamaraja Wind is still Earth Elemental, by the way. Let's use Death Emperor. Is because he, just like the boss form that we fought before, is completely immune to physical. So make sure you have MP left, and I'm going to use Curse Attack to increase my special attack power. Kind of the only fight that you need to do anything other than heal and attack, but anyway. Shockwave! He's still a couple areas old, so he's not the most powerful enemy in the world. Oh wow, forgot that he was that weak. I thought he was stronger than that. But he has a lot of HP, 900. So it'll take a little while to finish him off. That's why I increased the amount of damage that I deal. You might have wanted to bring Tornado into this fight, the wind fusion there, but I didn't think it was necessary. This guy, can you deal anything? I thought you could... Okay, there's another fight that I was expecting to get. You can fight the Lily boss fight all over again. Lily has 720 HP and can inflict paralysis, so kind of be aware that you can run into really bad time with that. And who else? That's pretty much it. Those are all the enemies that you can end up fighting in here. I missed showing off the Hellcats and Lily. So there's 12 enemies that you can run into from doing this, and I ran into 10 of the 12. Hopefully I don't run out of MP before the end of this fight. So there's a whole episode of battles there for you. Finish this guy off, hopefully soon. There's perfect. Good way to send him home. Dark Messenger does have that chance of instant death, but I don't think it works on like bosses or anything like that. Or at least not most bosses. Dodge.
Why didn't you dodge?
Well, no more boosted attack. Oh, there's another perfect. Can we end it now? There we go. Took him down. The walkthrough that I've mainly been following, because it's so complete and it's got so much of the information that I actually will use, recommends, says level 25 is strong enough. Level 20, level 21, more than powerful enough to take down these guys. You just need to have the right setup going in. Yep, all your reward worth 10 winnings. 5,000 cash. That's what everybody gets. It's not really worth it for that. Watching you-know-who, huh? Well, I wonder. Used to rough it in the pit fights too, huh? What do you remember? I hate when they do this in games and in anime. It's like, bring that thing, you know that thing. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm not going to say it yet. And instead of, you know, being stupid like this, why couldn't you just go, it's like, oh, come with me, I've got something to show you, and you go get it yourself. I just think it would have made for, you know, a less kind of stupid trope to fall back on. What kind of a rare item is that? Is it a one-of-a-kind item? Warning you into Kuei Tower. This is also optional. You don't have to do the pit fight. But as I mentioned in the previous episode with buying all of the items that I bought, the pirate earrings and the brigand earrings, it's something we won't be able to do once we hit a certain point, and that point is approaching us very soon. So I want to show as much of this as I can. Run along home. Marlene, be a good girl now. Hold on to it until I return. It's a lovely cross. Reminds you of Yuri, does it? Well, that's not necessarily all that nice of you. Yeah, go finish it off and go home. Well, we kind of know how this ends. Demon Gate invocation does not go through, but Yuri's father never made it home. Father went into the tower. What do you have? Now it's your turn to hold it. What do we got here? Silver Cross. You received Anne's Cross. This is a unique item that you can only gain here. It's not all that good, but it's there. Let's take a look at that. That'll be in here. It's not Yuri only, as you might expect from such an important item. Successful ring restores wearer's SP when berserk. Cross main character's mother. Yeah, they don't even say Yuri in here. That's kind of lame, but oh well. Anne always used to wear it. It's filled with love for her family. Restores the wearer from berserk if successful on the ring. So basically, it works in a similar way to... where is it here? The Star Brooch. When you go berserk and the character selects this, normally you can't escape if a character's berserked. You have to heal the berserk first because the character's berserked. You can't be told to run away. But if this is selected, you know, if you're equipping this, you can select it. Or if, say, it's equipped on Yuri and he's berserked himself, you can pull it up on, you know, it can be one of his random actions. Same would be true for Anne's Cross. It's something I don't particularly use because I have no real use for it. It's very rare that I go berserk, unless I intend to. So, yeah. But at least it was a nice scene, and it set everything up so that we can move forward. anyway, that is pretty much all we can do. The next area we go to, Kuei-High Tower, is the final area. It's the point of no return. I'm not exactly sure what point within there is the point of no return, but basically assume going there will block off pretty much every other area. So keep a backup save in case you missed anything. Make sure you fought all of the enemies that you need to. Make sure we should have all the way up to enemy 41, I believe? No, 42. So you should have 1 through 42, all of them filled out. I believe I have them all. Yeah, was I miss? Nope, stop that. 4, 3, 2... I thought around, oh wait. Oh no, I got them all. Yeah. Thought I was missing something for a sec, but I'm not. The other ones that you want to make sure that you get are Evil 4, Evil 3, which I do not have yet, Evil 2, and Evil 1. And I will, oh yeah, you also want to get the custom ones, 102 and 101, in case you're interested in that. I'm not going to go out of my way and show, you know, the flavor text for each of the enemies. We've seen each of the enemies in combat, but there might be something interesting there. If anybody knows that there's something interesting there, I might make a bonus episode at the end of the game once we have all of the enemies, and I could show it then. But anyway, that's pretty much all for today. Next time we move into Kuei-High Tower and try and rescue Alice. That's all for this one. See you guys next time.